I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't like Antigone that much. It's sad, unedifying, and kinda confusing. But when I started thinking about the book as one long character study of Creon, the pieces fell into place and it got really interesting. Watching the antagonist win and then learn the consequences of his actions and regret everything is really compelling and something I haven't seen since like a Sweeney Todd. No, that doesn't work very well. Well, if anything, that just proves my point. Creon is one of those characters in ancient fiction that seems objectively evil, with his seeming disregard of human life and lack of heed for the will of the gods. His actions in Antigone spell disaster for himself, as he's one of the few main characters that actually lives, while also being the antagonistic force. Not even the title character lives. What is this, Donnie Darko? He has no love for his nephews and nieces, and even believes that Antigone and Polynices are traitors to Thebes. But is this behavior warranted? I'd argue yes. Well, sort of. Creon is shown to be a character who is not in control of his own fate, and his disassociation with the gods who cursed him makes perfect sense. He's zealous and he's worried that if his niece takes the throne through his son, Thebes will be ruined due to their dependence on the gods who he believes ruined his life and family lineage, and honestly, who's to say he's wrong? It's obviously messed up that he condemns Antigone to being effectively buried alive just because she wanted to honor her dead brother who can't even do anything to him because he's, well, dead. But it's unfair to call him a blatant villain. He's misguided and he has little regard for human life, but the reasoning behind his morals are well justified. The people closest to him that he pushes away from himself all end up committing suicide because of his actions, yet despite this he keeps on living, possibly to continue with his rule, having learned something invaluable from this tragic experience. I am definitely not advocating for suicide to those who are in mourning, but only within the confines of this text it stands out as something notable in a story filled with suicide that this one character decides to keep on living. Not every ending is necessarily a happy one, but some of the best endings are the ones where we can see how the characters have grown and changed throughout the story, and while Creon isn't the hero by any means, I would argue that he is the main character of Antigone, because he's the only character who really learned something from his flaws, because he's one of the only characters that has flaws.